4 emails a week from all over the world, from people who have actually witnessed sightings. And some of them who have actually been on the ships, and some of them who have actually been transported to another planet. And so this information is not, it is top secret in a way that the governments aren't talking about it. But if you listen to the whistleblowers and the people who have worked in the industry and who know what is going on, there is just a lot of information out there, and it doesn't take very long to get your hands on it.
But see, the problem is that some people who report UFO sightings and alien abductions have been shown to make things up and to make things up to be famous, to make money, or just for a prank. How do we tell fiction from a fact?
Well, you have to spend a lot of time trying to find, we used to say, separating the wheat from the chaff, and it takes a lot of effort. When I was minister, I got sighting reports, and when we checked them out, about 80%, about 8 out of 10, were not real. They were sights of Venus or plasma or a dozen other things. But there were 15 or 20% for which there was no explanation, and they were the genuine, unidentified flying objects. These things go way back. One of the conferences I went to was in Las Vegas, was promoted by a chap who had written a book about crashes. And there were dozens and dozens and dozens of them, and many of them very, very well authenticated, so that it would be impossible to read all of that evidence and not to come to the conclusion that these vehicles were real.
Have you ever had your own encounter with aliens?
Not an encounter with aliens, no. I have seen a UFO about 120 miles north of Toronto over Lake Muskoka, where I have a cottage. And 2 years ago, last Canadian Thanksgiving, which is October, my wife decided she wanted to go out and look at the stars. So I'm not much of a night man, but I put on my cap and went out with her. And she looked into the eastern sky and said, "There's a star." And I turned around the other way and I said, "Oh, there's a much brighter one over here." And she looked, and it was. And we watched it until our necks almost broke for about 20 minutes. And it was definitely a UFO, because it could change position in the sky by 3 or 4 degrees in 3 or 4 seconds. And I checked out, there were no satellites that could do that. The space station wasn't going by, and it isn't able to move that fast anyway. And there was no other explanation except that it was the real thing. And 2 days later, I went down on the dock and got a comfortable chair and watched it came back almost to the same spot and entertained me for as long as I could take it. And then I went back to the cottage. But it was very interesting, because it would drop down in the sky, and then it would roar back up, and then it would shift across a few degrees and do a circle and come back at a speed, but just astronomical speeds. As you know, they travel very, very fast.
So does it just look like a falling star that falls really quickly and then rises again? What does it look like?
Well, it just looked like a star.
It just looks like a star. Right.
And I don't know if you're a person who's ever read the Bible or not, but I think the Star of Bethlehem is one of God's flying saucers.
Shalom. Welcome to GMS Gals in the Streets. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, whom I worship. Double honors to the apostles, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who taught me this word in sincerity and truth, and who rule well and are still out there in the highways and byways and hedges, teaching the word of the Lord in sincerity and truth, and all the way unto the end, even unto death. Salutations to all the Akim who are affiliated with GMS, and not affiliated with GMS, but who are preaching in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, like GMS, and who are diligent and are out there pushing this word. Keep pushing on. I'm Elder Sakaran of the GMS New York camp, And today's lesson is on this Edomite, Paul Hellyer, and he was a former minister of defense in Canada, and he have seen many chariots, you know, and so now he's on here being interviewed and bringing it out, you know, what he saw and all that, and you know, it was all classified information. So a lot of these people are coming out now, and you know, especially those who retired from the military, from the Air Force and defense ministries and stuff, and they're coming out and they're bringing it out that these, you know, these chariots really do exist, and the technology that these chariots possess is phenomenal. You know, man cannot create this stuff. Okay, so you just seen the video, and you heard what he said. He said that that the Star of Bethlehem was one of God's UFOs, man. Okay, flying. Well, he said flying saucer. All right, and the term flying saucer is pretty much a circular you know, plate that flies, you know, and you know, because that's what they look like. They, you know, some of them are circular. The majority of them are circular in their geometric shape. Okay, some of them are not. Some of them are look like triangles. Some of them look like long cigars. You know, they come in many shapes. All right, and forms and sizes. So, you know, I'm gonna just read this here in Matthew's the 2nd chapter, and then, you know, close out the lesson. So, this is Matthew's the 2nd chapter, verse 1, and it says, "Now, when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Yahushua, where actually this is Hamashiach, demanded of them where the Hamashiach, which means anointed, should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea. For thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, and that star was a chariot of Israel, a ship of the Lord. Okay. To Esau, they call them UFOs or flying saucers. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child. And when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. So this is a star, and the star is flying. Keep in mind, this is way before satellites were put into orbit. And it's flying, and then it stops. It stops right over our Lord, man. Right over Yahushua, where he was born. Okay? Now, what star do you know that does that? Now you have what they call shooting stars, but a shooting star, that's what they call it, a shooting star, and it keeps going, and then it burns out. More than likely, it was a meteor, all right, that was that came into our atmosphere, and then it becomes a meteorite and it burns out, okay, because it burns out once it hits our atmosphere, all right. So it don't, this star here maintained its geometric shape while it was flying, and it stops, okay, it stops right above our Lord, where our Lord was born. That's what they call a so-called UFO, a flying saucer, right? In the Bible, they're known as a cloud by day, a fire by night. They're known as the chariots of the Lord. They are they are also known as a wheel within a wheel. Okay, and there are other I believe names for them in the scriptures. All right, so that was, without a shadow of a doubt, of a chariot of the Lord, a flying saucer. Okay, and Esau now is knows that. They knows that, you know what I'm saying. So we're here. Okay, so it says, 9th verse, when they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till they came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, or the chariot of the Lord, all right, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child, which is Yahushua, with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh, because they knew that that was the son, the only begotten of Yahweh. These wise men could have been Israelites, man. I'll leave that up to speculation, but they knew of the prophecy. All right, they came from the east. Remember, there were Israelites back then scattered throughout the known world as well. You had not everyone from the captivity of Babylon came back to Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? So they could have been, from Babylon. You had Israelites that used to come from all over the place, from where they were scattered, to come to celebrate 3 times out of a year, the high holy days. All right. So, but I'm just leaving that up to speculation. All right. So now, yeah. So pretty much, that was the lesson. Just wanted to bring that out, and more and more as we approach the end of Esau's world, the angels are gonna be showing themselves more in the ships. So it's gonna be a beautiful. It's good. We're approaching beautiful times, man. These are the times for us to rejoice. Rejoice because the kingdom of heaven is near. You gotta come up in the spirit of the Lord used to say, be of good cheer. He has said, be of good cheer. He has overcome the world, man. So you gotta rejoice in this, man. Yes, in the world we're gonna have tribulation, but in Yahushua we're gonna be happy. So that's all I had to say. So with that, I just wanted to say, if you if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you'll be notified when I put up videos. All right. And with that, I'm gonna sign off. I want to say shalom to the elect, to the hopeful elect out there, and may Yahushua come quickly with his holy angels. Shalom.